There you go.
I'm with you. Up on number 4, it's the blue line. And that is probably the one area where I'd say Vegas has an advantage. Edmonton's blue line had some tough moments in that series against the LA Kings. And I wonder, an LA team that I think is going to forecheck harder and more aggressive than the Kings did. Sorry, a Vegas team that's going to forecheck harder and more aggressive than the Kings did. I worry about how a guy like Vinny Desharnais is going to hold up in that. I worry about how some of the slow boots, like a guy like Cody Ceci, how is he going to hold up with that extra little bit of forecheck? I'm not worried about Ekholm and Bouchard, but I wonder if we might see some struggles from the Oilers' blue line. That'll be the one area. Like, I think Darnell Nurse, a little bit of pressure on him to have a very good series, not just be passable, but like be impactful. I know it's tough because he plays with Ceci, but maybe see a bit more out of Nurse here. We need that second pairing of Bouchard and Ekholm to continue to show that they're a high-end duo. And the third pairing as well, like Brett Kulak, I'm not worried about his skating. I think he's a guy who's probably made for this series, if we're being honest. A little bit worried about Vinny Desharnais in this one, just because it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for him so far. So I would love for them to prove me wrong. I'd love for the Oilers' blue line to be great, but I think it's a fair concern. That's the one area, as we're on the 4th key battleground of this series. That's the one area where I think you go, okay, Vegas is better there.
You think overall Vegas' defense is better than the Oilers?
The Oilers don't have a D-man as good as Pietrangelo.
Nope.
Shea Theodore is better than Darnell Nurse, right? If you want to go Pietrangelo v. Ekholm, you pick Pietrangelo. If you want to go Theodore v. Nurse, you pick Theodore. They're good. Do you disagree?
I don't know if I would rate Theodore. I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. Like, I think Nurse is underrated a little bit. Like, he does make mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and deny that by any means. But he's a guy that plays at high-end minutes for the Oilers every single night. And I think when I look at this top 4 of the Vegas Golden Knights, like, I would like the Oilers top 4 a little bit more. And I think a guy like Ben Hutton is kind of a big reason for that too. But I think this is the strength of the Golden Knights for sure. And that's a reason why they can play a goaltender like Laurent Brossoit on most nights and make him look half decent.
Yeah. Someone asked how Alec Martinez did this year against Connor McDavid. They weren't on the ice together a ton. At 5-on-5, they went head-to-head for 14 minutes and 51 seconds. The shot attempts were 16-16. The Oilers scored 1 goal in those 14 minutes. So Martinez did an okay job shutting down Connor McDavid. But again, I would also say, if Connor McDavid goes every 14 minutes and the Oilers score a goal against Martinez, you're probably getting 2 goals from that line a game, and you're not that upset about it. So I don't think it's like a massive disadvantage to have Martinez out there if you're Vegas against McDavid. I don't think it's an area that the Oilers are going to like absolutely exploit, but Martinez has a lot of miles on him. He's battled some injuries, so never know.
It'll be interesting. And is that Chell Iverson put it in here? Is that Evan Bouchard is the wild card in this series?
Probably.
I'd be curious to see how good he can be again.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm expecting 8 points from him again in the series, but for me, like, he has got to be relied upon a lot. Sorry, 10 points. My apologies. 8 assists. He might be relied upon a little bit more defensively and maybe even double shifted in some cases if Desharnais isn't doing so hot. Just because he's obviously capable of skating. So we'll see on that one.
Yep. 5th up, getting off to a good start. That is going to be a big one here for the Edmonton Oilers. They scored, or they led the first period in 4 games against LA. Now, I know they blew the lead and lost one of those. They won in the other 3. I think getting off to a good start is huge for this Oilers team. In the regular season, when they were leading after 1, the Oilers were 26-4-3. When they were leading after 2, 34-1-5. On the other hand, the Vegas Golden Knights also very good at playing with the lead. When they led after 1 in the regular season, they were 34-1. 30-4-1. When they led after 2, 34-1-2, Liam. That is pretty good. And in terms of an ability to come back, when the Golden Knights trailed after 1, they came back 24% of the time. When they trailed after 2, they came back 28% of the time. Compare that to the Oilers. When they trailed after 1, they actually came back 32% of the time, so a little bit higher than Vegas. But when they trailed after 2, that number goes all the way down to 22%. Not a team that was orchestrating, a wild amount of third period comebacks during the year. For the Oilers, it's going to be crucial that they get the lead early and play with the lead. Force this Vegas team to start to take some risks offensively, because I think if that happens, the snowball down the hill for the Oilers, it's going to be more offensive chances, more mistakes made by the Golden Knights, the more aggressive they try to get. Keep your own end clean. Your chances will come at the other end, but I think this all kind of starts at the top with score.